Welcome students. Today's topic is law of mass action. It was given by Guldberg and Waage in 1864. According to this theory, at constant temperature the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the product of its active masses. Now question arises, what is active mass? It is represented by square bracket inside having either reactant or product species. From the reactant or product part, not the whole mass may or may not be active. Therefore, the active mass of a substance in the solution or gaseous phase is equal to its molar concentration. Now again come to this law of mass action. At constant temperature, the rate of reaction is directly proportional to product of active masses of each active mass term raised to the power equal to the stoichiometric coefficient. Now suppose here we are having a reaction A plus B. This gives you product. So now according to law of mass action, what will be the rate of reaction? Now rate of reaction will be equal to the product of active mass of reactant or product, anything. So what is here? A, molar concentration of A and molar concentration of B. It is directly proportional. Now suppose if we are having if this reactant is product in any stoichiometric coefficient, like A number of moles of A and B number of moles of B, then what it becomes? This becomes A, power equal to the stoichiometric coefficient. This stoichiometric coefficient, whatever you are having here, will become your power of that molar concentration of A. Now here this is your B. The stoichiometric coefficient of B is here. So this becomes its power. So this is your law of rate of reaction according to law of mass action. Now we have to remove this. So now this becomes equal to K this K here is rate constant. Now some facts. About rate constant K. What are the important facts? It does not depend on concentration of reactant. It increases with temperature and also it increases with presence of catalyst. Larger the value of K, larger the value of rate constant, faster is the reaction. So these four facts are about this K. What it said? It do not depend on concentration of reactant, increases with temperature, increases with presence of catalyst, and larger the value of K, faster will be the reaction. So by knowing this, you can know all these things. Now next is our rate law. As it is told that this is law of mass action is directly proportional to the product of active masses of the reactant or product. But when it was done experimentally, it was practically this was not possible. So another term was introduced, that was our rate law. See how it came to know. When nitrogen dioxide was reacted with fluorine, it gives us nitrile fluoride. According to law of mass action, rate of reaction should be proportional to this, but it was not found such. But experimentally it was found wrong. Experimentally this was found wrong. Experimentally what was correct? Experimentally this was found correct. So then new word was introduced, that was rate law. Then it was said, then rate law is defined as expression in which rate of reaction is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants. Experimentally this was correct. Rate law, see what happens when law of mass action was introduced. It was said that when the rate of reaction will be equal to the product of molar concentration or active masses of the reactant, but later on it was not found practically okay. How it was discovered? When nitrogen dioxide was reacted with fluorine, it forms nitrile fluoride. According to law of mass action, it should be, rate of reaction should be directly proportional to NO2 raised to power 2, but experimentally it was found wrong. Experimentally the rate of reaction of this reaction was directly proportional to NO2 only, with no stoichiometric coefficient. So then new term was introduced, that was rate law. So rate law is experimentally found correct. This is the only difference between law of mass action and rate law. Thank you for watching this video.